This is part of my tree planting for my journal of 80 prairie to habitat in 2023. These are primarily maple, crabapple, and conifer. The conifer are spruce and white pine mostly. But I can definitely guarantee you having them in a tube makes a tremendous difference. I already have trees that were maybe, if lucky, half the height of the tube, and the first year they're out of the tube. That's a crabapple and that's a maple. So these tubes are 4 feet, so these trees are growing 3 to 4 feet, and just about everyone in these tubes survived despite poor water conditions. And so we hand water them, but we make a little berm around the bottom of the tree to help with the growth. But again, I'm very pleased with the growth for first year. Most of them have doubled in size, which usually the first year I've seen they just grow to roots primarily and not much height. And then this is a summer mix that I have on the north side of my trees, and you see the power lines over there, the road runs along that. So this is to help provide some screening. And then this is the far end of what I call the pine plot, which is about 1/3 of an acre. And I did a summer mix here. This summer mix, I right after a rain, I seeded a little bit of corn, a lot of sorghum, and some beans. And then I disc it. And then after I disc it, I spread sun hemp and some buckwheat. And you can see the growth is, I mean, this is phenomenal. I planted this like end of June. And it all had to do with some rain. So again, I broadcast the bigger seeds, disced them with my ATV, then I broadcast the smaller seeds, dragged it, and packed it. And to packing it, all I use is a lawn roller or my ATV tires. But the sun hemp, the deer aren't hitting it in this plot, but a plot I have on the other side of the road, they're just hammering it. They love it. I didn't know if they knew what it was, but just walking in here, you can just see. And part of the reason I seeded it so thick was to control this weed, water hemp. So I have to get somehow in control of my water hemp. There's my pine plot again. Here's the pine trees. And the plot runs from over along those tree tubes, along the tree tubes that way, and then up back to the pines.